Provider of the Out of Bounds Show, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. Good morning. Welcome in. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. Got baseball tonight, and see how that plays out. And then some teams will hit the road. And we talked about the Mississippi State Bulldogs going to Arlington, Texas, and the Ole Miss Rebels going to Houston, Texas. And you'll be challenged a little bit more, and that will continue to ramp up. And congratulations again on being 8-0 and doing what it takes to be 8-0 when there's several other teams that are really good that are not 8-0, and some that have even taken more than one loss, as you've been able to follow. And you want to stay clean as long as you can, and then try not to screw up the non-con in the midweek, and see where the chips fall within the Southeastern Conference. Weird without Tony Vitello, isn't it, this year? Because he made such a big impact on the league and on all of us. You know, he's a crazy man. He's talented. Best recruiter in college baseball. Good looking, tons of energy. Of course, coached under Van Horn, an absolute freaking legend at Arkansas. Wanted to coach and fight and recruit and beat all the big boys over the years. He lost battles too, but he beat LSU's and Mississippi State's and Arkansas's and Florida's and so on for players and other teams in the ACC that have been electric at times. So now the guy's a maniac for the San Francisco Giants as their manager. Was that the first time we've ever? I'm sure maybe that happened at some point, right? 1884,
maybe back
1914.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But to make that jump from the Tennessee Vols to the San Francisco Giants, so Vitello was the biggest personality by far and away in the league. Again, good looking, women throwing themselves at him, driving around in a Porsche or whatever in the hell he was doing, a Maserati, in Knoxville and wherever else he wanted to take the car, Nashville and so on. But he is no longer at Tennessee. O'Sully Sullivan's back in the saddle. He took a little time off. I wasn't sure he was going to make it back, but he did. And then you got some of the veterans like Corbin and Bianco, who, Bianco is the longest tenured coach. He's been there, we have fun with it, 38 years. And Corbin's been at Vanderbilt now. It's funny, you just blink and he's been there for a long time. And O'Sullivan, sorry. Jeremy Foley hired O'Sully Sullivan from Clemson, right? You think about that. Dang. He wasn't even a head coach. He was an assistant coach, and then he ends up having a tremendous amount of success for the Florida Gators, winning a national title, but also taking them back to the championship series. So, and Florida's lived in the CWS. He's done a hell of a job. Corbin's done a hell of a job. And for a 5 or 6 year window, Vanderbilt was the college baseball program in the country. And
surprised he never got a nod to go up. I
just don't think that's going to happen.
Not with him.
No, not with anybody. I just think Tony was an outlier. I don't see that.
There was
99.9% of the time they're going to take a AAA coach that's been in the system for a while, or a AA coach, or some kind of pitching coach from somewhere else that's been in MLB.
Right. I get that. Corbin's, his name's been out there a few times, but obviously never transpired. But yeah, he is number one. He's the only one and only Vitello. Not gonna work.
Yeah,
won't work.
Oh, you don't think it will?
Nah, he's too travel ball.
You just totally made that up.
No, everything you just said, everything you just laid out, just yelled travel ball.
I do
everything.
I do think that he is kind of what you see. I agree with that.
He's like
in 13, 14, 15, or maybe even 10 or 12-year-old. There's a lot of testosterone on the field, in the stands, male and female. I do think that you're right. He's kind of cut from this especially this last 10 years, 15 years of travel. He is the perfect college coach for where we are in travel baseball.
I
think you're right. In your face, cocky.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different way of coaching.
Yeah. I mean, look, it worked for him.
Yeah,
he won a national title at a place that didn't even know they had a baseball program. And now he is the manager of the San Francisco Giants.
I cannot believe that. Still.
Yeah, I mean, he runs hot. That's a good point, Jackson. I don't know how he's going to do 60 games in, 90 games in, 120 games in, 150. You know, how's that going to go? And guys making $20 million a year or more. How does he, when he wants to get a point across, is he able to do that with a guy who's got a guaranteed contract and is highly, highly compensated? I mean, I know Tony's highly compensated for a manager, but I'm talking about these guys are making 20, 25 million a year.
Yeah.
So, and even the guys making 8 to 10 million a year, they're making more than Tony Vitello.
It's going to be a bad.
And we already see what's happened in the NBA. I mean, talking about, a bunch of coaches who won't challenge their players. Now in the NFL, it's just wired different. You're everybody, but just a few are battling for their job every year. I mean, your hair is on fire from the first OTAs all the way till getting to the week after Labor Day weekend when the season starts. It's just different. I
don't know. Forbes claims he's having a rough start.
How do they know that?
I have no idea.
It's late February and he's having a rough start.
Come on.
San Fran's won a lot, over the last 40 years. So we'll see. But I don't know much about their organizational structure like we do on some of the NFL. And of course, college, we talk about college football and basketball and baseball. And if you can find that roster building and organizational structure and all that, then man, you're in a good spot.
Their president of operations is Buster Posey. He's 38 years old, and then their scope, their manager is Tony Vitello at 47.
Okay,
that's a very young combo.
Man, I think that. Can you imagine Vitello in the Bay Area single? I mean,
get out.
There aren't that many people that live in Knoxville. I mean, I know it's a nice town.
No.
But now,
oh, Lord.
The San Francisco Bay Area, I think he's in a good spot being single.
Yeah. He's probably that's probably just a good spot for him though in general, where he can raise a little heck. He can do what he wants.
Nobody knows who he is.
No.
Yeah, they knew who he was in Knoxville.
Yeah, they'll know soon. Now San Fran, they love their Giants.
Yeah, but there's so many communities out there.
There are.
That I still think that you can kind of move around and not be recognized. Now,
unless you win.
I mean, I think somebody like Shanahan is just a different deal.
Yeah. Well, if you win in San Fran, they're going to know who you are.
Some people, there's a lot of people out there that don't care about sports. I mean, that's
okay.
Yeah.
It's weird out there.
Well,
they're in Seattle.
They're a little quirky.
They are very quirky.
Yeah.
Same with
I
Seattle.
think that's fair. Are you just blanket statement type stuff today?
No. They're just, I'm just glad they're not going to be anywhere near as good as Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Pitt's making moves.
Yeah?
They're making moves.
You feel good about
I really do.
Mangum and Jake Mangum and Connor Griffin and that crew?
2 months ago, I told you.
Man, Paul Maholm just got screwed. Yep. First round pick out of Mississippi State, and he went to he didn't spend a lot of time in minor leagues. I mean, he was that good. He was a day one Friday night guy in Starkville, which is insane. But he gets drafted by the Pirates, and they were
terrible.
They were a running mess, Jackson.
It was bad.
And had he been with a good club, there is no telling what he could have done. Left-handed, filthy stuff. Arguably the most talented player to come out as a pitcher in the 2000s. But just the Pirates were a running mess.
Yeah, they didn't do anything for there was a stretch where they just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Then they got Andrew McCutchen, and everything seemed to come back all right.
Really?
Yeah, McCutchen helped a lot. MVP year early in his career. Yeah, really early in his career.
Yeah?
Yeah, brought the Pirates back.
Okay.
Now he's out there again. Dang, Mangum gets to learn that, man. That's cool.
Is it?
Yeah, Mangum.
I don't even know who the hell you're talking
Andrew
about.
McCutcheon, he's phenomenal.
Is this guy a Russian KGB agent?
Should be.
Okay.
You'd like.
I mean, is he down fighting the cartel?
Hell,
is he one of our special forces?
We may need to send him down there.
Okay. What's his name again?
Andrew McCutcheon.
That sounds like a special forces agent.
Kind of does.
Yeah.
I think he's a player you would like. You can get behind.
What position does he play?
He used to be center fielder.
Okay.
MVP in 13.
Is he retired? Or is he still playing?
He's still playing ball.
Okay.
He is all of 39.
All right. He may be trying to make a team this year for one last year or something.
He's back in Pittsburgh.
Oh, he's back in Pittsburgh?
I think he got the victory lap.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, last year was his victory lap.
Come in for spring training, hang out a little bit, show the younger guys what the deal is.
No, he'll definitely be at spring training today, or this, especially this year. But I don't know if he's going to play this year or not. But yeah, he'll definitely be there, telling them how good he was and whatnot.
Okay,
He was.
All right. Do we have the? Let's switch gears. Out of Bounds, brought to you by Total Transportation of Mississippi, offering nationwide and regional routes. Total Transportation of Mississippi. Their website, where you can apply, totalms.com. That's totalms.com. Total Transportation of Mississippi, offering nationwide and regional routes, powered by weekly pay and monthly bonuses. Total Transportation of Mississippi. Apply right now, totalms.com. Full benefits and paid vacation. Total Transportation of Mississippi, totalms.com. You can apply on the front page today. Do we have the Drew Brees stuff? I thought this was really good. Y'all know that Drew Brees is going into the Hall of Fame this summer. First ballot Hall of Famer. Chargers / New Orleans Saints. Everything that he did for the Chargers. No, let's back up. Everything that he did for Purdue, which is incredible. What? Purdue was winning in the late 90s with Drew Brees and Joe Tiller. What's going on? And then he played well for the Chargers. And then y'all know he gets hurt. Y'all know the story. He ends up in New Orleans, and he will be the most famous Saint forever. And then Sean will be like 1A. Is that fair? Okay. Because as much as y'all love Sean, and you should, Drew was a player, and he played quarterback, and he was great, and he was the GOAT, and y'all lived in the playoffs, and you got used to it, and I get it. We all do that with our teams, college, and we all think that it, will always be ascending, and you can't be. But holy smokes, this guy was good, and so we've been dropping audio from Breeze. I'm so happy for him and his family. It's going to be unbelievable in Canton, Ohio this summer when they do that. It's about a 4-day long celebration, but we all watch on Saturday the whole thing, and they had the first exhibition game there and so on. And Breeze will be the driving force in that class, even with the other great players that are going in. He will be the GOAT and the driving force in that class. Can't wait to see who introduces him, Sean or someone else. I don't know. But and I don't know how that looks for Drew, whether it be a teammate or even another coach outside of Sean. But this is Drew Brees telling a story and tying it into leadership.
I asked Marty, I said, can I get 10 minutes with the team after you're done? He said, sure. So he kind of gave his intro, and then he said, hey, Drew wants to speak to you. And he left the room, and I passed out goal sheets. It was I had top 5 goals for us as a team, top 5 goals for us as an offense, top 5 personal goals. And I put them in front of every guy. And I said, hey, guys, we're going to accomplish great things this year. I said, but we need to create that path for ourselves. And then we need to hold ourselves accountable for this. So what I want all of us to do right now is I want us to put down our top 5 goals as a team. And then I want us to break out offense, defense. Offense, we're going to come up with our top 5 goals, defense, top 5 goals, and then look at those individual goals and set those individual goals that are going to help us accomplish those offensive goals, those team goals. And we went through it. And I'd already had a list of things that I felt like, should be our goals, but I wanted it to be a collaboration Because if it comes out of their mouth, then they got to own it, right?
Yep.
And they have to become accountable to it. So it gave other guys the opportunity to maybe just verbalize things that they otherwise wouldn't have verbalized. And I didn't want to leave anything up for chance. I didn't want to leave anything up for assumption, right? Like, hey, this is our team. Like, what are we trying to accomplish, right? Goal number 1. All right, well, yeah, we're trying to win a Super Bowl. Okay, well, in order to do that, what do we have to do? Okay, in order to do that, what do we have to do? In order to do that, what do we have to do, right? So you just set these short-term goals in order to achieve the big one. But nobody had ever done that before. I'd never done that before with a team. I'd always set my own goals, but I felt like when all of a sudden guys came together and they had to put their heads together and then really put something on paper and then therefore commit to it and be accountable to it. I asked.
That was Drew Brees talking about his days as a Charger. He was talking about Marty Schottenheimer, right? His son, Brian Schottenheimer, is currently the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys, but he was with the Chargers. Drew was talking about doing something that he had never done as far as the top 5 goals. And Schottenheimer was smart enough to let him do that, right? To allow him to do that. Yeah. How lucky were you in New Orleans to have him?
We don't know.
Someone who was, absolutely and totally driven by accountability and discipline. He was militaristic. You didn't have to worry about him. He doesn't drink. You didn't have to worry about him partying. All he was going to do was be focused on the task at hand and making the franchise better. And he set the tone, and then the Saints just won and won and won. Think about how boring the Saints were from 1967 to 2005. It was painful. Even when they were good on defense. Offensively, they were, it was a great way to take a nap.
Yeah.
For decades.
Yeah.
Just meh. And run poorly, poor hires, poor drafting. Other than that little thing, late 80s, early 90s, people got worked up over that. Nah. Other than that, boring. Even in the 2000s, until Sean and Drew get there. Boring football. Every Sunday at noon.
Easy.
How do you want to take a nap and watch crappy football? Yeah. All right. Well, the Saints are on. There you go. And then Drew Brees and Sean Payton reboot a franchise that people thought would continue to be the Jets and the Lions and the Browns, who can't win a Super Bowl. Right? Think about the teams who haven't won a Super Bowl. Jets. Jets did in the 60s, I'm sorry, with Joe Namath.
Yeah.
But the Lions haven't won one.
Nope.
Okay. And there's some other teams.
Vikings, Falcons, Bengals.
Yeah.
Cardinals.
Jaguars.
Cardinals, Titans. Chargers.
Oh, God, the Chargers haven't won one.
Browns, obviously, yeah, but Bill.
Are you taking a shot at NFL Chuck? Somebody get Chuck Mullins on the phone and tell him to call us 601-707-3750. We've got to get a Cleveland Browns update. This is the most exciting time. Chuck talks about it all the time. This is the most exciting time of year for the Cleveland Browns.
No doubt.
Because it's going into the draft. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody that's what you live for. Because you don't ever win, and you don't ever win in the postseason. So you live for look, when Blake and I were out at the draft a few years ago in Las Vegas, we ran into these Detroit Lions fans. We're in Caesars at the sports book. These guys are wearing their jerseys. All right. It's freaking awesome. And we start talking to them, and we're all sipping on, it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon before we walk over to the draft. We're sipping on some Tito's, and these dudes, they're locked in. One of them's got on a Barry Sanders jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know the drill,
Let's
right?
Go.
I think maybe one of them had, I had to ask, but one of them had a Matthew Stafford jersey, even though Stafford had already gone to the Rams. It may have been a Calvin Johnson jersey.
Classic, baby.
But anyway, they said this, they almost quoted NFL Chuck Mullins verbatim. And they're like, well, yeah, this is the most exciting. They didn't know then that Dan Campbell and the new GM were about to turn this franchise into a winner, right? You just don't know that. They've hired 1 million people over the course of these guys' lifetime, right? It's never basically worked for the most part. And this guy did not hesitate. He went, yeah, this is the most exciting time for us, the NFL draft. And I was like, wow. When so many of these other franchises, the Ravens, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Packers, y'all know the drill. They live for the postseason. I mean, they believe that they should be there. They believe that they're going there. They believe that they can play in January and that they can win games in January. And I've got a Detroit Lions fan telling me this is the most exciting time of year for us. And it's Thursday of the NFL draft, first round.
All eyes on them.
And then all of a sudden they live in the playoffs.
Yep.
Back to the Saints and Drew Brees. Oh, my gosh. I think Saints Nation is going to show up in Canton this summer.
I don't think there's any doubt.
I do. I think you're going to have a lot of black and gold up there. A lot of Florida Lee, maybe even Mardi Gras beads. Yeah. I mean, I think people are going to be partying. It's in the dead summer. You're up a little bit further north, hoping for less humidity, all that. Go to the Hall of Fame and maybe bounce around somewhere else in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Could be a great road trip. As far as the Pro Football Hall of Fame. What are you over there shaking your head about?
I knew it was coming, but we got a text from unnamed texter, Archie Manning. They want him. They're claiming him to be the number one Saint.
It's not even close.
He is far and away the most famous Saint ever.
According to?
The unnamed texter. Drew Brees, very successful in modern era. But overall, it's Archie. I disagree.
That's not accurate. No. I mean, Archie is one of the top.
Yeah.
But
Drew
is number one, and then there's a big, big gap.
Yeah, he's got a ring.
Not only does he have a ring, but he's got like
records and records and records.
And NFC Championship games. You know, I mean, he drove the franchise to play on Sunday night, Monday night. They don't ever play in prime time. The Saints actually would play at 3:25 in the afternoon. They would play at 7 o'clock at night on Sundays. And they would play at 7 or whatever night on Monday night. Over and over and over again because of Drew Brees. Drew Brees made a lot of people money in New Orleans. Condos, restaurants, Marriott's, Hilton's. We're driven by Total Transportation of Mississippi. TotalMS.com. Detillier at 8:30.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
Is now recording.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
All right, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I'm your host, Bo Bounds, and man, we're having fun here. Yeah, we are. Good show today. Thanks for hanging out with us. ESPN 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by Kessler Prime and the Renaissance. Check out their bacon appetizer. Yeah, and then pair it with rack of lamb, medium rare. And some bacon-wrapped shrimp. Elijah Craig Bourbon is the official bourbon of the Out of Bounds Show. And Heaven Hill is still local, owned here in the United States, which is awesome. Their campus is amazing. And, of course, they've got a hell of a portfolio. And one of their bourbons is Elijah Craig Bourbon, award-winning Elijah Craig Bourbon. The small batch is only like $33 for a fifth. That is great value for award-winning bourbon. Elijah Craig Bourbon, you can find it at Briarwood Wine and Spirits in Jackson and Lincoln Road in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We're ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Let's go ahead and put this to rest. Drew Brees is, without a doubt, the most famous, most popular, and most talented New Orleans Saint ever, and it's not close. Now, I want y'all to, this is what I was looking for earlier.
Well, normally what I do is I'll get two venti. I go to, Starbucks, I get two venti of the pike with two shots in them. So black eye in both. That's what I come in with. That's how I start the day, so.
Can you imagine? That's Dan Campbell, the head coach for the Detroit Lions, who was Sean Payton's associate head coach, and he's built a different way. He's Tony Vitello.
Oh,
let's listen to it again.
Well, normally what I do is I'll get two venti. I go to, Starbucks, I get two venti of the pike with two shots in them. So black eye in both. That's what I come in with. That's how I start the day, so.
Talking about cleaning you out.
man.
Good Lord.
If for some reason he can't coach for a long time, he's definitely got a career in sound effects.
I don't think there's any doubt he does.
Drops.
Yeah. Which one's better?
All right, and so this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth, all right, and when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you, and when you knock us down, we're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right, and we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take two more shots to knock us down, all right, and on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take three shots to get us down, and when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
Okay.
I can see him doing both at the same time.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, there's both him.
Yeah. So that's Dan Campbell for our listeners. He's the head football coach for the Detroit Lions. There's a lot of Tony Vitello. They're both, and Dan Campbell could be first cousins, especially in the coaching biz as far as their approach and the way they roll. Dan's a maniac on fourth down, and Vitello's a maniac, period. So I think that, can you imagine, do any of our listeners know someone that consumes that much caffeine? Maybe not even every morning, but a few mornings a week.
Yeah.
The Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776.
Well, normally what I do is I'll get two venti. I go to, Starbucks, I get two venti of the pike with two shots in them. So black eye in both. That's what I come in with. That's how I start the day. So
that's how he starts the day. What do you think he does by mid-morning? Because he's going through Starbucks at 6 a.m. at the latest as an NFL coach that's wired like that. I mean, he's the first car in the drive-thru with the kid trying to get the Starbucks open, right? And you got Dan Campbell breathing down your neck from the drive-thru. Hey, buddy, it's time. I've already worked out. You know, he's already benched. I mean, look at him. He can bench press,
Huge.
550. And
He's ready to roll, isn't he?
yeah, he's ready to roll. And so, do you know of anyone that consumes caffeine at that level?
If RT's right on the text line, there we do have one.
Who?
If RT on the text line, if he's right, I don't know. I need to verify what he's got here. What did he say? He's claiming Coach drank a case of Red Bull a day.
Did
No
he
way.
really?
No
I
way.
don't know. I've never. I need that confirmed.
Yeah,
Where was that said?
No.
I mean,
Who said it?
I read the book Meat Market. I know that he snorted coffee grinds while he was in Oxford.
Let's go, baby.
I mean, I thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It
But
is.
God, it's so great. And testosterone meatballian, which is,
Yep.
what football is and the sport that we love. Is that really the case that Coach O? Now, do I think that Coach O has smashed some Tito's and Red Bulls at the pool? No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I had a buddy a few years ago that was at the pool, at the Roosevelt pool with Coach O, and Coach O had his new little girlfriend. And he told me stories of kind of the 2 or 3 hours that they were out there, and it was great.
Okay.
And the Roosevelt pool is cool. There's some other cooler pools, but it's one of the cool ones. And when that place gets rocking, it's not Vegas by any stretch, but you've got some pools, hotel pools in New Orleans that are I don't want to be there in July.
But they're hitting.
Okay, but May, June, that sounds good.
So it came from his mouth,
Okay.
and I'm inclined to believe him. He said
Okay.
he said it was. He said, 12 to 15, easy,
12 to 15 cans of Red Bull.
easy. And then he said I've gotten down to maybe 6 a day.
Okay.
He drinks it regularly still, but he's cut back due to health concerns. He said, I still get up at 5 o'clock. I have an itinerary. My wife goes, you're retired. He said, I have an itinerary.
He's remarried? Oh, is? I didn't know that he got remarried. Wow.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go to some meetings in the morning and they'll work out. I end up, 3:30 in the day, and then I'm done. Those are the days I have off. 3 or 4 days per week, I'm at football practice and I'm drinking it.
Okay.
A little dip of coffee will help too. Go straight through you.
Good Lord.
that's
I mean, that's got to go straight through Dan Campbell. Don't you think? He doesn't need a probiotic. He just ordered one at Starbucks, right?
He didn't know what a probiotic is.
No.
Doesn't need to.
Well, normally what I do is I'll get 2 venti. I go to Starbucks to get 2 venti of the pipe with 2 shots in them. So black eye in both. That's what I come in with. That's how I start the day. So
Somebody calculated it. I don't know if it was Jason or a listener or somebody like quantified how much caffeine that is. Does anybody know? It was something ridiculous. Do you know of anybody that consumes that much caffeine on a daily or almost daily basis?
Just to put it in perspective, the Red Bulls, that was 1,600 milligrams of caffeine a day.
Good. How do you function?
Well,
I've never had a Red Bull in my life.
come on.
No, I haven't. I've never had one.
Not even a monster?
No, I've never had a Monster drink. The Dancing Rabbit Golf text line is 601-885-3776. Mike Detillier at 8:30, WWL Radio TV New Orleans. And then Jack Bourgeois, who's a single man. And he runs the Key City Beer Empire, will join us in the third hour. Mississippi Queen and Mr. Sippy, great beer. Oh, man, I thought that was funny.
What?
Good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show. If you would like to enter to win cash and prizes, we're doing the Out of Bounds queso/rotel competition. We're offering cash and prizes. You got to win it. If you enter, we'll still give you something cool. And so we're looking for 3 people, give or take, to be a part of the Out of Bounds queso/rotel competition in studio. You get to hang out with us. And you don't have to miss much work. You can literally come in and we can get you in and out in 15 minutes, So text us if you would like to enter into the Out of Bounds queso/rotel competition. Out of Bounds queso/rotel competition. The text line 601-885-3776. 601-885-3776. Squirrel says, my wife consumes more caffeine than Dan Campbell. I don't believe it.
I don't know, man. I buy it. Some of these women, you'd be surprised.
Okay.
Dan Campbell may go to Starbucks. He goes to Starbucks once a day. Yeah, there's some of these ladies going 2 or 3.
You think?
Oh, yes. 100%. Twice a day? They're definitely routine twice a day Starbucks folks. No doubt.
I got you.
Which is incredible.
It is, because
how much is that? You're running your
Starbucks coffee isn't even good.
It's not even good, and then you can,
but
do it yourself for like what, a fraction of the
I don't know, man. I had mine ready this morning in the percolator, and all I did was punch a button, and then I went and got in the shower.
That's because
then I got out of the shower, and then I poured it in this tumbler, and that was it. So I thought that was pretty good.
Did it get you percolating? Is the question. That's
I
moving.
think maybe
Moving and shaking.
Yeah, I feel like I'm moving and shaking.
That's what percolating is.
Yeah,
bouncing around.
You look good today, dude.
He's perked.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
I feel, I've been a bachelor for 4 straight. No, hold on. How many? Thursday, Saturday. What's today?
Today is Tuesday.
You guys
Monday.
Okay. Tuesday.
5 nights, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Today
No,
will be
4
the-
nights.
Yeah.
4 nights. And I think things are going well.
How does Rex feel?
He's probably back asleep on his bed.
Smart.
By the window on the floor.
Yeah.
I
would do.
Yeah. He's doing good.
Yeah.
He follows me around. So he usually follows Wendy around.
Right.
But since she's not there, he follows me around.
Right.
But I don't sit as much. And so I think he's like, dude, why do you walk around so much?
Yeah, like simmer down.
Yeah. But I think it's been a good time. And people have been asking me since I mentioned it, what's it like? Wait, it's so funny. I get there's these guys that are going through the stage of raise where you still got kids in the house, K through 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to know more about what it's like to be an empty nester or batching it when your wife goes to the beach.
I'm sure.
And honestly, I ate steak, shrimp, and mushroom steak from Martin's Market in Livingston, and shrimp and mushrooms from Mudbugs. That's what I did last night and the night before.
Did Rex get any steak last night?
No,
come on.
No, he's got a little bag of treats that I give him.
Yeah, go-tos.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I needed. We're going to need a name for the queso rotel deal.
Oh, I bet you don't want to just do. So it needs to be.
We need.
Well, you think of it.
Out of bounds dip off.
I like
great.
that.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. But we got to still be able to frame it up so that people know what it is. Like we got people coming in and out, and if they hear, we need to continue to say
dip off
the out of bounds queso rotel competition, and then we can also reference it as that too.
Yeah, the dip off would. You could go wintergreen, you can go skull there, right? You can go grizzly. You never know what kind of dip we're talking about, I guess.
But we're talking about chips and dip.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, if it was just rotel, we'd do the rotel rumble.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out.
Do you want to just do rotel and take the queso out? And just do the rotel rumble?
I kind of like it a lot.
Let's do rotel. Let's just rotel.
All right, rotel, and you can add protein or whatever it is in your however you make it.
Yeah.
It's basically your game day rotel.
Yes.
But we're going to call it the Out of Bounds Rotel Rumble.
I like it.
If you want to enter, text us.
Oh, I love that.
And we're going to offer cash and prizes to the winner. So the text line is 601-885-3776. 3776. We are the Out of Bounds Show. Mike Detillier coming up at 8:30. WWL Radio TV New Orleans. Mike D on the show in 10 minutes. Mike D in 10 minutes straight out of New Orleans. Looking forward to that. Jack Bourgeois, who's single. Also, the lead sales guy for Key City Beer out of Vicksburg. Key City Mississippi Queen is their blonde ale. And Key City Mr. Sippy is their Pilsner. Very, very drinkable. Along with Mi Vida, which we have over here on tap, is their Mexican cerveza. They're all three rocks. I mean, they've got others, but these three are their like super fantastic, very drinkable. You know, not like peel your face off IPAs or anything like that. So you got Key City Mississippi Queen. Key City Mr. Sippy is the Pilsner. And Key City Mi Vida is their Mexican cerveza.
I like it.
And they're all fabulous. Super delicious. And they're out of Vicksburg, which means they're local, and we love partnering with them. And we highly recommend trying some. Go grab some at Fleetway Market and the Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. I've got something here that I want to go over with y'all. What's something that sounds impressive until you've actually done it?
Huh.
You want to guess the first one?
I have no idea where I'm going.
Okay. Number one is running a marathon.
Oh, okay.
Before you do it, it feels like a monumental, almost mythical achievement. Afterwards, you realize it's just a very long, painful, and boring experience that leaves you with blisters and desperate for a banana.
Yeah.
I'm not running a marathon.
For what?
And I used to run
I never
or jog a lot. I'm not running a marathon.
Absurd.
Becoming a manager. It sounds like a promotion, but you spend most of your time solving other people's problems.
Well, that's what managing is.
Okay. All right. So you want to keep going down the list?
Yeah, I like it.
What's something that sounds impressive until you've actually done it?
What?
All right. Here we go. Getting a PhD.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Having people call you Dr. Uber driver only goes so far.
That's right.
Oh,
I mean,
What?
Oh, man.
I got a PhD. It's in Chat GPT.
Yeah, you do. Making a good mushroom Parmesan risotto. Skills required.
No,
Stirring. Actually, 90% is stirring and waiting.
yeah,
10% is tasting and seasoning.
that's right.
All right.
It's all of cooking. Cooking ain't doing nothing but following directions.
All right. Here's another one. Public speaking.
Really? People are still terrified of it.
What's
though.
something that sounds impressive until you've actually done it? Coming in at number 5 is public speaking.
You agree
Here's
with
what they
that?
said. Well, hang on.
Okay.
I do think that a large percentage of people are freaked out about it. Yes.
No doubt.
All right. Public speaking. We make it such a big deal, but then after it's done, we think, oh, that's it.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
People are nah. I think a lot of people get up there and then when they're done public speaking, they get down and like, man, I'm glad I'm done with that and I'm not doing it again. Most people are scared to death to do that, right? They don't like talking in front of a crowd.
Nah.
I mean, what is that? I mean, you have
Anxiety.
two
just
out of
kicks
10
in.
people that actually like it.
I think you're probably about right.
20%.
Yeah.
I mean, most people are terrified of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't blame them.
No.
You just got to get up there and make a mistake one good time.
That's right. And then it's all good.
Then it's all good. Every time.
Hey, guys, whether it's hunting land, timber investment, or a waterfront getaway, we want you to call Matt Anderson with Southeastern Land Group. Find your perfect weekend getaway or hunting track. Call Matt Anderson at Southeastern Land Group, 601-408-5155. Whether it's hunting land, a timber investment, or a waterfront property, call Matt Anderson today. Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group, 601-408-5155. All right. Here we go. We've got a cool giveaway today. A Tito's swag bag with a Tito's dog bowl and sunglasses and other stuff. Here's how you enter to win on the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line, 601-885-3776. In honor of National Dog Toy Day. Biscuit. We would like to know how you're listening to the show on 105.9 The Zone or streaming. Where are you listening from? And then what kind of dog you have and what's his or her name. Do you get all that? How are you listening? Radio or streaming? Where are you listening from? And then tell us what kind of dog you have and what the name. Jackson, what's the name? What are the names of your dogs?
Oh, I got a pit bull.
Okay.
His name is Spud because he's a red-nosed pit. He looks just like a potato. I got my golden retriever / yellow lab, Delta. And then he got the little guy, the mini Aussie doodle. His name is Ozzy.
So you have 3. You can't even take care of yourself, and
Don't
you got
need
3
to.
dogs.
Yep. As long as they're taking care of
Incredible.
it, everything pans out.
Is your house a wreck with them?
Not really. No, I keep it. I keep it pretty clean. I clean every day pretty much.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, thankfully.
We are the Out of Bounds Show. We want to bring in Mike Detillier, WWL Radio, TV New Orleans. Mike D, Saints, LSU, NFL Draft. He joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line powered by Sound and Communications for your next video wall. Mike D, I got to start with what the Las Vegas Raiders and Tom Brady and others are going to do with the first pick of the NFL Draft. Fernando Mendoza. Are you sold that this guy, let's take out great, but are you sold that he can be a good NFL quarterback for a long time?
I'm sold, and I don't believe any of this. I've been doing this now 40 years. I can't believe national people are biting on this, that they're tapping the brake on Mendoza. Okay, haven't you went through this situation before? I can tell a media type to run a story to see if maybe there's a team out there that will give me a Godfather deal, a deal I can't refuse. But most likely that will not happen, and the Raiders are going to pick Mendoza. But I see some of this national stuff. It shocks me that you can fall for this year in, year out, but it gets people to watch and to click, if they post it. Again, it's going to be Mendoza to the Raiders.
Talk about, first of all, he may be a guy that can get up and running quick. And then you put Ashton Genty and Brock Bowers with him. I mean, Mike, those are some young, serious weapons, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And you want to make sure that you can protect him. That's going to be first and foremost with offensive line. I always believe that no position gets affected more with their play than at the quarterback spot. And so you look at guys that have maybe kind of failed early on in their career. It had really not a lot to do with receivers or who played at running back. It was really what they had up front to protect them, and they weren't getting protected. They get beat up. That's an Archie Manning line. I'll be honest with you. Archie, he's told me that numerous times that it is a big part of playing quarterback that you have something up front to protect you. One, he knows from experience of himself, and secondly, he saw, that impact of being able to protect his 2 sons, in Peyton and Eli in the NFL. So I do think that is something that the Raiders have to take a long look at, making sure that Mendoza has a real sturdy offensive line in front of him. Because as you brought out, Brock Bowers is a big-time tight end, really, really good football player. And Genty has a chance to be a really good running back in this league. But again, it's about up front. And you watch the Raiders play last year, man, that was a lot of leakage coming in everywhere, from the middle, from the outside. That's something that Tom Brady and the crew, and Brady knows this as well as anybody. That's a big part of winning in this league when you're playing quarterback.
NFL insider Mike Detillier, WWL Radio TV New Orleans. He joins us on the Out of Bounds show, brought to you by Sound and Communications, your next video wall for your business or school, powered by Sound and Communications. Mike D, the Saints have the 8th pick in the draft if they stay there. You want to give us a couple of options, a couple of directions they may go? I know it's early.
If Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame's there at 8, he's not getting the 9. He would fit what you were looking for. They do not have right now a guy that you can build an offense around in the running game. Alvin Kamara was a great player for this team. I mean, just terrific. But, you see he's in the latter years of his career, and you don't really have any of the options here. So if Love is there at 8, he would be the perfect fit as a runner, as a receiver. I know a couple members on that staff at Notre Dame, and they have told me how good of a pass protector he is. And that's unusual. A lot of times guys that are heavy-duty runners, they don't have a lot of experience as pass protectors. But he really works at it. And I think he'd be a great pick. If he's gone, I think the receiver there would be Mekhi Lemon. I think that there's a kind of a 3-man race here for the number 1 spot with Cornell Lake from Ohio State, Mekhi Lemon, and Jordan Tyson. Question mark with Jordan is not about talent. It's about this series of injuries that he's had. Major knee injury at Colorado. He's had hamstring, shoulder, calf injuries at Arizona State. Normally when I see that, I've always lowered a prospect a little because it's not about his talent, but you having to make a decision. If you have the 8th pick in the draft and you have someone who's had that history of lower body injuries for the most part, are you going to take him there? I still think he ends up being a first-round pick, and he's not going to run at the combine because he's still getting over a hamstring injury that happened during the year. Okay, Bo, right there, that tells you a little something about him. Not about his talent, because he is gifted, and he can catch the football. He's explosive. He has got great eye-hand coordination, and, man, he can scoot after the catch. But you worry about those injuries. Cornell Tate, bigger wideout, a guy that can get up and go get it, has gotten much better as a route runner. He is really smooth into and out of his cuts and breaks. And Mekhi Lemon, not the biggest guy around, not the fastest, not the strongest. But if you watch him play, he corkscrews guys into the turf as defenders. Those moves and double moves he has, man, I don't know who he's worked with, but they have taught him well. And we saw early last year with Southern Cal, with a young quarterback, that the quarterback was a little bit hesitant. He was talented, and he's got some skills, but he was a little hesitant pulling the string on throws. And you could almost tell in body language, Lemon walking back to him and saying, "Hey, kid, trust me. Just throw me the ball. I'm going to get it. And I'll make you look good." And he did. If it was a short pass, deeper pass, his run after catch skills are very good. And he's a tough guy to bring down in the open field. He's got a way of eluding the initial tackler and then kind of scooting away from him. So if you're asking, it would, for me, if Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame's there, he would be my pick. If not, then it becomes Makai Lemon from USC. Very skilled route runner, and he runs routes today like you would see a guy in their third and fourth year in the NFL. He's that good.
Wow.
So, again, he's not a huge receiver. I don't want him running. If I had a track team, he wouldn't be running anchor on my 400-meter relay team. But, man, you put pads and a helmet on him, he is fast.
Mike Detillier, NFL insider on the Out of Bounds show. You mentioned, Fernando Mendoza, number one pick, Las Vegas Raiders. Some good pieces around him. And then you mentioned, they'll need to go get some offensive linemen after that pick to keep him healthy so he can get the ball to Brock Bowers and hand the ball to Ashton Genty. This quarterback class doesn't look like it has just a lot of sizzle in it. Do you have Ty Simpson out of Alabama going in the first round as a slam dunk?
Yes.
Or okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah, I've always felt he'd be a first-round pick. After watching him play, he's accurate. His reads downfield, his decision-making process were all very, very good. Now, he didn't have the benefit of a really strong running game this year at Alabama. Shockingly, listen, I didn't think I'd say that for a long time, that Alabama couldn't run the ball well. But that has been the truth. And he bailed them out of a lot of games, really did. And he also had a receiving group. I didn't think Ryan Williams had a good year last year. I mean, but watching him as a freshman, he looked to be an elite player. He wasn't that guy last year. Jeremy Bernard, I think, is a really good player who ended up probably being a second-round pick. I really like their tight end. I think that young man can play at the NFL level. But I really like Ty. He's well-grounded. He's smart. He does not have a lot of experience as a starter, but he soaks things up so well. I got to know him at the Manning Passing Academy. He certainly wasn't the most physically gifted passer there, but he knew where to go with the football. He was smart, he was accurate, and he had good touch on his throws. I think he's very good in that short to intermediate range of the field, and he throws a nice deep ball. He really does. Now, Williams dropped, I think last year it was 5 catches that would have been 20 to 25 yards or longer on him. But I think Ty Simpson ends up being a first-round pick. There is a supply and demand in this league, and I think you'll only see 2. The big question mark is, where does the third quarterback fit in? And does Garrett Nussmeier become that guy?
wow. He was hurt last year. And when you mean by third guy, do you mean like in the second or third round, or you talking?
Yeah. He'll be a second day pick. He won't go in round 1, but Garrett, I think, will end up being a pick that you look at in the second round. I could see maybe he tumble into the third, but there are so many teams looking for quarterbacks. I think Nussmeier ends up going in round 2. He's got a lot of the same. He's a little bit more of a riverboat gambler type thrower. He ain't afraid to throw the football anywhere out on the field. And you look at genetics, how he grew up, dad being a former player, now a coach. He understands this game at a very high level. We talked about it throughout the season, even though Brian Kelly would not say it, that he was injured. I said it on your show numerous times.
Yeah.
He was hurt, and he tried to fight through it and just couldn't. He didn't play at the same level. he's a tough guy, and I like the fact that he tries to push the ball a little further downfield than most quarterbacks do. He loves to throw the medium to longer range throws. That he loves, and he basically told me that. I really like that part of the game, being able to extend the field, throwing the deeper passes. He likes that extremely well. Again, he's a guy that when we started the season last year, we're talking about him being a first day pick and probably a top 15 to 16 selection. And now you can get him in round 2, and hopefully he's healthy. And he looked that way at the Senior Bowl, where he threw the football clean. He was accurate. His mechanics are so good for a young quarterback. But again, you look at his background, see his dad, and understand that grooming process with him and a quarterback. You can understand why. So I think he'll end up going second day and most likely in round 2.
Okay. Mike Detillier, NFL insider, WWL Radio TV New Orleans. He joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance Guest Line. This is 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. As far as returning starters in the SEC at quarterback, is Trinidad Chambliss your number one guy, even over Arch, or how do you see it in the SEC this year, Mike D?
Okay, if you're talking about where they'll get selected, or you're talking about play?
No, play.
Man, Trinidad's he's a special player. I'm honest with you. I mean, what he can do with the ball and how he can maneuver around. And Arch is really, really gifted. And we saw late last year, he sort of pieced it together after a really kind of up and down start to the season. They're two totally different style quarterbacks, even though Arch can take off and run too now. He runs more like his grandpa than he does Peyton and Eli. I can tell you that. But, man, Trinidad, what he can do with the football to extend a play, you don't see a lot of guys do that. And he's a favorite of mine. I think the world of him as a player. I really do. And he's a great leader, but he understands where to go with the football downfield. I think everybody wants to see the progress now with a full season under his belt for Arch. And where does that take Texas at this point? But Trinidad Favorite's a fan, man. He's a favorite of mine. I just love to watch him play. I got to do LSU pregame on September 19th, so I might not like him as much that day, but every other day, I'm really going to like him.
Man, that's going to be epic. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Kiffin going back to Oxford in year 1. And Trinidad Chambliss. Go ahead, Mike.
I had Deuce on last week, and he gets it like me. Everybody, hey, you think maybe you can get me 2 tickets or 4 tickets? And almost like, yeah, let me check in my satchel bag to make sure that I got all those tickets. But Deuce came on and said, Mike, I won't say it right now. Nobody asked me for tickets. I cannot get tickets for Ole Miss LSU that day. And you understand that if LSU can beat Clemson and they roll it through undefeated, you look at Ole Miss's schedule. I think they play Louisville early. But then if both these teams get in there undefeated, game day at the Grove, okay, Kiffin return. Man, you could not write a better script, for the lead up for this game. And, man, that's going to be the talk of the nation. I've already had people talk show across the country say, hey, look, I'm going to just alert you. We want you to week LSU Ole Miss to talk about. I was like, okay, what? I mean, we are quite a few months away from that, but I think people get it. And that is going to be some kind of atmosphere and heavy security, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Heavy security that day. And because Lane is going to play that up. And I think one of the things that makes him, I talked about this to Pete Jenkins yesterday, who's 83 years old, is still coaching defensive linemen all across the country, college and pro football. And he said, that Lane is a perfect fit for the world of college football today. That it's not worried about, what's going to happen in 2027, but a big sport. It's worried about winning today. But he was like, he does something a lot of older coaches sometimes don't do. He takes the pressure off his team. Okay, you can throw that spotlight on me, and I'm willing to take it. And I just let my players concentrate on playing the game. There's a method to that madness of what he does. And I'm sure he will do that when LSU plays Ole Miss. If you want to put all that on me, that's fine. I'm going to just get my players ready to play. He does not mind wearing the black hat, so to speak. He doesn't really, some coaches, they want to be loved by everybody. That's not the case with Coach Kiffin at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind being the bad guy and taking some of that pressure that would be put on his team, be put on him. And I think Pete's absolutely right about that. I think it was a great point that, in today's world, that is part of it. Trying to take some of the pressure off the players and putting it on yourself and not always being the good guy. For Lane, that's not an issue.
Mike Detillier, WWL Radio TV New Orleans, September 19th. Circle it on your calendar. LSU at Ole Miss. Lane returns to Oxford, the place that allegedly he couldn't leave, but he did. Mike D, thank you, buddy. We'll talk next week.
Even better than that, look, the second to last game of the season LSU plays at Tennessee.
Oh, wow. That'll be fantastic at Oxford and at Knoxville. All right, Mike D. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you both.
That's brought to you by your next video wall at your business or school or hotel lobby, conference room. Sound and Communications. SoundcomAV.com. That's one M. SoundcomAV.com. Your next video wall is powered by Sound and Communications. SoundcomAV.com. Lunch today brought to you by Taste Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance. I was there yesterday. It was fabulous. Cooper's Philly. Great sandwich. And I may have to go back today and get that world-famous meatball. TasteItalianKitchen.com. Taste Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
Good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, brought to you by Juniker Jewelry Store. Juniker Jewelry Store. Engagement rings and necklaces and earrings, bracelets. Go with Juniker Jewelry Store on Highland Colony in Madison. They're right around the corner from us. We are the Out of Bounds Show, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. We have a giveaway. Y'all been great on the text line, man. So you can enter on the text line and possibly win our Tito's dog giveaway in honor of the cool dog bowls that they do and other stuff. We just need to know, are you listening on 105.9 The Zone or streaming the show? Where are you listening from? And then what kind of dog you have and what's their name? And one of them here was really good. Well, Ben texted us. He's listening on 105.9 The Zone. He's sitting in the Fleetway Market gas station in Old Madison. My dog is a pit/lab mix named Red.
Love that.
Sweet. Yeah.
Good mix.
Yeah, that's strong. I had another one here. War Eagle Rich. Listening on the app from Brandon. My dog is a
Oh, Lord.
dachshund.
Yeah.
Her name is Lucy Brown.
Dachshund.
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Her name is Lucy Brown Sprinkles.
Lucy
My
Brown Sprinkles.
daughter named her. Okay, got it. Okay, so you got a dachshund. Lucy Brown Sprinkles. I like that. That's pretty strong right there. Mark is with us. He's streaming. He's watching us from Columbus, Mississippi.
All right.
Hey, Mark. He's on the YouTube channel.
That's
Search
funny.
Out of Bounds Sports.
Yeah, I knew that name.
What do we have here from True Maroon? He sent us a picture of his dachshund. Listening on 105.9 The Zone, headed to work, and I have a 3-time champion wiener dog
Oh, so he's got a
named
race.
Ellie Mae. I see him
Is he a racer?
at the Starkville Derby the last 2 years.
Okay.
He takes his
Takes his wiener with him.
yeah.
Nice.
Wow. He takes his wiener with him. There you go.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. So,
I got 2 wieners I'm taking with me.
okay. So, for our listeners, Jackson will be bringing 2 wieners to the Starkville Derby, the biggest dachshund party race
Yeah.
in the world.
Yes.
35,000 people. I don't know how many Alden's going to have this year, but it's time to party.
Yep.
And people from all over the country and Canada and everywhere else go.
Ugh.
So it's pretty intense. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
I was about to say, are they camping?
I don't know about that. Let's see. There was one more that I had here. Somebody gave us like an in-depth breakdown of their.
Well, you're dang right they did.
Oh, here it is. Lance. He's mad at Kiffin, but he's an Ole Miss fan. But he also said, I'm streaming on the way to Oxford. I've got a golden retriever named Sugar,
Okay. I like
who
that.
literally goes everywhere with me. And then 2 dachshunds, Tootsie and Snickers.
I like that.
All right.
Names. He must be a candy fan.
He goes on to say, look, I'm very appreciative of what Kiffin did at Ole Miss and for Oxford. He says Mike Detillier is wrong about why he likes the spotlight. He does it because he's a narcissist. No, I mean, yes, he is, but 95 to 98% of these guys are narcissists, including Saban and Kiffin and whoever else you want to go through. But Lane does it for an edge, okay, and / exposure.
Yes.
So Lane realizes that if you can just find a fingernail edge in the game, and again, you compound it every day, every week throughout the year, that's good for his football program and team 99.9% of the time.
Right.
And so Lane figured it out. It took him a couple of years at Ole Miss to really, really embrace being the media, guy.
Yeah.
I was going to say hooker, but that may be a little,
Whoa.
but he realized, hey, this works. I'm good looking.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a total frat brat guy.
Perfect for the place.
Yeah. This is who I am, and I'm going to rock with this.
Yeah.
And he has.
Well, I mean, he's become more authentic, more genuine, and then people will actually like that.
I don't know.
Oh, he has.
Possibly. I don't know if that could be true. It could not be true. I don't necessarily know if Lane Kiffin is more authentic.
Maybe he's just out there more.
Okay, that's a better way to put it.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I still think he is who he is, but he has figured out how to manipulate and embrace the social media platforms and the media, whether he's on with Feinbaum or whether he's doing his own thing or whether he's talking down at LSU and Baton Rouge. He knows that he's talking basically to the entire college football community.
Right. But there's definitely you can see that there's a switch that's flipped in his head, though. Like he got it.
Yeah. So a couple of years into Ole Miss, he got it. Now,
Right.
I don't think that it may have happened then. I think it slowly happened those first 24 to 30 months in Oxford.
No doubt.
He kind of really saw it, and the clouds parted and the sunshine came in. He was like, okay, I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
This is my new approach. This is how I'm going to build and market the program. And I've got a platform whenever I want it on my phone.
Right.
And I'm going to, and nobody else is using it. So
the NIL was the biggest thing for him, though.
Well,
yeah.
There were several things going for him. I mean, it was the fact that he understood how to hire coaches.
Yeah.
He understood that he had to nail the quarterback position first and foremost. He did that. And you're right. Once he understood that there were no rules, you still had people that were just convinced they couldn't do it. And he and Bjork at A&M, and then going to Ohio State, Missouri, and some others, Miami realized the gloves are off. We're going to get this one billionaire and some other guys who are worth tens of millions or hundreds of millions, and we're going to go win. And so Ole Miss, A&M/Bjork/ Ohio State, Missouri, Miami, and a couple others said, let's go.
Right.
And it was smart.
Yes.
And brilliant. And Lane is he's the best at it right now in college football, even better than Kirby, Sark, and Mario. And Mario Cristobal at Miami has done one hell of a job. Give him credit.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, they were in the national championship game.
That happened.
And we Mario's he's a little challenged as far as X's and O's and on game day, but man, he's come a long way. And then Lane will be in the college football playoff before we know it. So,
yeah, I'm not calling it brilliant to be able to do that. If that's brilliant, then we should have been there. You're asking, it's not brilliant to ask for forgiveness instead of for permission. It's simple.
Who are you talking about?
Any of those teams you just referenced.
Oh, they were on the 2022 front end of the NIL and
yeah.
portal and realized that there were no rules. No question. Question. Yeah, Kiffin, Bjork, Mario.
What's the worst you're gonna do?
Eli Drinkwitz, even Sark in Texas. I know they've got a lot of money. Texas Tech with the billionaire, the two billionaires that played for Leach in like that 03-04 range.
No doubt. If they get us, they get us.
Was it Cody Campbell
for now? Cody Campbell.
Yeah. We are the Out of Bounds Show. We're brought to you by Spring Street Cigars in Jackson. It's now in the building where the Rogue Men's Store is located. And we're going to be there Thursday, 10 a.m. to noon. They're having a huge day. We'll tell you more about it coming up. Spring Street Cigars in Jackson. Beautiful cigar bar and lounge. And don't forget that the Rogue Men's Store has the Omaha Collection, Mississippi State Baseball, Peter Millar, all at the Rogue Men's Store. Check it out this week. All right, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds show. ESPN 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by Key City, Mississippi Queen, which is their blonde ale. It's fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous beer. I just told Jack Bourgeois, who's a handsome man, I said, man, this is one of the best morning beers ever. And, of course, he agreed. We also have Key City Mr. Sippy, which is their Pilsner. These are two very, very drinkable beers. And then we have on tap in here Key City Mi Vida, which is their Mexican lager. Did I say that right, Jack Bourgeois? Okay, let's turn Jack on. Is Wes freaking out here? Yeah, I know.
Test.
All right, Jack Bourgeois. Good morning. Did I get that right on the Mississippi Queen, the Mississippi Pilsner?
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mississippi Queen Blonde Ale. Mississippi is our Pilsner.
Yeah.
And then Mi Vida is our Mexican lager. So I know we just dipped into cold weather this week, but last week it was 75. So perfect warm weather beers as we ramp up into springtime.
No doubt. You and I were at Saltines last week.
Yeah.
And we had some Key City Mississippi Queens.
Yeah, I don't know why we say this at Key City. I think Saltines beer every beer at Saltines just tastes better.
I know.
I don't know what it is.
I love that place.
Me too. The people, I mean, their staff is top notch.
Was Emily there?
Yeah, Emily and
she's
Zach
awesome.
and Eric. Shout out to their whole staff. Paulie, they are incredible. I think they're some of the best staff, some of the friendliest, most professional group of.
It's one of the best run restaurants in the state of Mississippi,
hands down.
Zach's awesome, and Emily, she's bartended up here for us.
Yeah.
We did a private event with like 30 people, and she came in and bartended for us. She was great. And who was that other dude?
Eric.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Eric runs the bar too. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweetheart of a man.
Yeah. I had the half steak and half shrimp, I think. No, half chicken, half shrimp quesadilla that day you were there. It's freaking great. But I usually get a cup of gumbo just to kind of, start ease into everything within the Saltines vibe. Is that fair?
Yeah. I usually go for the oysters. I mean, they're hard to beat. They make some pretty good oysters there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I was with Josh from Southern Beth. Well, you know that. He was on the other side of me. I was in the
Yeah, he blew me off that day.
I know. What's wrong with him? I mean, we're drinking Key City beers and having fun.
And he couldn't even give me a call. What a guy.
Unbelievable.
No, shout out to Josh Brewer and everyone at Southern Beverage there. They're
Love
great
him.
to us. Very good to us.
And the Out of Bounds show is brought to you by Key City Beer. And you've got the restaurant.
Yeah.
Tell me about what's going on at the on Washington Street.
Oh, well, we just got done with Mardi Gras and Valentine's Day and all that good stuff. We got a little bit of a slow period before we hit event season. And once we get there, we're going to have Furlings Fest, and we're going to have our 8th anniversary will be coming up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think that'll be on 4/25 this year. So the last Saturday in April. It's gonna be a fun one. Yeah.
8th anniversary.
8th anniversary. Crazy to think.
Key City Beer.
Yeah.
And let me make sure I get this right. Brewery, eatery, roastery.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Boom. Y'all have some really good food over there.
Some of the best. They just redid the pizza menu too. We added a few new classic staples. So the Sprouts pizza is coming back. Got a couple new ones. They added some new stuff to the brunch menu as well. A bunch of stuff that I can't even pronounce, to be honest.
That's okay.
But
you can just say Key City Brunch in Vicksburg is awesome.
It is. It is incredible. Some of the best food I have ever had. Not because I'm just biased, but you've had it. You know it's good.
I've been over there several times. We'll do another remote there this year, which will be a ton of fun whenever you and Zach decide we need to do it, whether it's spring, summer, or football. But the food's fabulous. Your bar is awesome. It is beautiful. It's got a lot of character, and it reminds me of a little bit of George Street, old time George Street, 1996, tons of exposed brick, all kinds of cool wood. I love it.
Yeah, I do love the aesthetic of our brewery. Is kind of it sticks out definitely.
Yeah,
it's like no other. But yeah, the raw wood, the rustic look.
That's my kind of bar.
Yeah, same. And then we've got a heck of a whiskey selection.
Yeah, you do.
So we even do whiskey flights too. A lot of
you
people
did
don't
that.
do that. Yeah, we do We have like a Japanese whiskey flight that we do. We have a Scotch flight that we do. We've got a couple different local bourbons that we do, and we like to highlight.
Delicious. Yeah.
Yeah.
The hats that you brought in.
Oh yeah, a little mini Vita trucker hat for you.
Okay, y'all crushed it. The
Thank you.
blue.
Thank you.
If you're watching on YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. Jack Bourgeois, who's a single man, brought in Key City Me Vita hats. Jackson, aren't they cool?
I like them. Yeah, it'll become a daily wear.
I love that blue, man, with
Solid blue.
the yellow on there.
Great blue.
That is so good
little
looking.
color scheme right there.
Well,
Yeah.
it matches the OOB shirts too.
Oh yeah,
So the Whiskey She Won the OOB shirts.
I love that. Okay, well, those are good looking,
Yeah.
and I know Jackson will be wearing his sooner than later.
Right tomorrow.
I like your Key City black hat.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah,
I think
that's
black
nice.
is our aesthetic. It's our color.
Yeah,
If you see anybody in the brewery, we're all wearing black. I don't know why. It just kind of became a.
well, it's a great color.
Well,
Yeah,
is that
it's
saying
like
how y'all-
it's our uniform now.
Yeah.
I mean black and gold.
There we go.
Outside of
About time.
NFL colors
Oh.
is the best best color scheme.
No, it sounded like
I
he
will
was
admit it.
giving
I
it to
will
us
admit
regardless.
it.
Hold
I
on,
will admit it.
hold on. There's a rivalry here for our listeners.
First off,
Jack Bourgeois is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. So is my son,
right.
Let's go Bucs.
and Jackson Meadows
Go where?
at least thinks he's a New Orleans Saints fan. So they're both in the NFC South.
That's right.
And there's sometimes there's some friction here that I really like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but if you listen to what he just said,
They're a better franchise than you right now.
he just said the Saints are a better franchise because of their colors. And
You know, the
I don't think the color scheme helps you on the field.
No, not yeah. Well,
I mean,
hey, look good, feel good, play good.
hey, Key City's color scheme is the best in the beer industry. How
We'll
about that?
take-
We'll just say
all
that.
right,
We'll say that.
Amen.
I can
Okay,
accept
we'll
that.
say that.
Acceptable.
Amen. And by the way, if you're watching the show, not only can you see the new Key City Mi Vida hat, which is their Mexican lager, which is delicious beer and very drinkable too, but we have a Key City Mississippi Queen can on the set. So YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. We've got some Key City swag on the set today. Plus, our buddy Bourgeois has shirt and hat going on. So Tampa Bay is better than New Orleans right now.
For what?
And Baker Mayfield
Maybe for
is
strip clubs.
better than Tyler Shuck.
Hey, we don't know that. No, I love Baker.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, I love Baker.
We know that.
It's hard, man. 'Cause
Hey,
I
if
really
Shuck can
like
stay
him.
healthy, I think he is a good quarterback. But he is
I
still
do,
yet
too.
to play
I
a
hope.
full season.
I don't know.
And since like high school,
No, I mean,
So-
you're
we'll see.
You're a little more
We'll
hopeful
see.
than I
Hey,
am. So
I will give you a compliment. Your young team is looking good.
They're young.
There's a lot of good players and a lot of good talent. They can go anywhere in the draft.
yeah,
You know, it's best player available, which scares me because you're going to take a player off the board that we would like to take.
it's fact. Should be. It should at least. We'll see.
Who are you thinking? Who you want them to draft?
He doesn't know.
I'd rather them go defensive. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah, they got-
You don't want to go wide receiver or running back?
You can find any
I
of them
figure-
anywhere. You can find
okay.
them anywhere. Give me a defensive player. that's
Find
gonna-
them anywhere.
You got to get somebody that's going to replace DeMario. They need to learn under DeMario and get in there and replace him. You're about to lose core your D.
Oh, all right.
It's tough.
Reese and Bailey won't be there.
Nope.
I
There's
hope I would like you guys to draft a running back. I think that would be great.
No, of
if
course
we could
you
shut
would.
down
And
Who'd you say-
Robinson,
deal with Mike.
yeah, I have no
Jeremiah
problem.
Love from Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
Jeremiah
Mike
Love. He is the
wants
best
that.
player in the draft. Him and Caleb Downs.
no way.
Caleb Downs.
But yeah, Bain. I don't want
Ruben
Bain. I don't want Bain.
He's
and
coming.
Yeah, I know. he
That's
is.
gonna be
I know
Bain.
he is. I think he gets mocked there every.
I'm there. It's Bain. I
everyone.
don't know what
It's
Mike's
either going to be
talking
Bain or Caleb Downs.
All right, guys,
Caleb
let's
Downs
take a
would be a
break
great
and
one,
we
too.
can continue this NFL draft debate brought to you by Key City Beer out of Mississippi. Somebody turned me off. Key City. All right, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds show, brought to you by Spring Street Cigars. The Out of Bounds show on 105.9 The Zone ESPN is brought to you by Spring Street Cigars, Cigar Bar and Lounge in Jackson. It's in the building where the Rogue Men's Store is located. Iconic building in Jackson. Spring Street Cigars, 3 levels. There's like 6 different areas to smoke a cigar and hang out. You don't have to smoke a cigar in there. There are people in there all the time who are with someone that's smoking a cigar, but also just enjoying a beverage. They have a full bar, and they have Key City beer and Tito's and all that kind of good stuff. But it's 3 levels. They have a rooftop area, which is great as the weather changes this time of year. And it's awesome. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a walk-in humidor with all premium cigars at Spring Street Cigars in Jackson, where the Rogue Men's Store is. Don't forget that the Rogue has the Omaha collection. It's the Mississippi State Baseball Omaha collection. Peter Millar, all at the Rogue Men's Store. Pullovers, hoodies, and golf shirts. It's really good looking. Peter Millar, Omaha collection at the Rogue Men's Store. And they also have all the Ole Miss college football playoff Final Four stuff, Peter Millar. Yeah. So they've got plenty of red and blue and plenty of maroon, white, and black.
Yeah, are you a real fan if you don't have that?
No.
I think so.
No. So you got your 8-0 in baseball. Ole Miss is 8-0 in baseball. And the Rogue has Ole Miss and Mississippi State Peter Millar gear. And it's really, really nice. Jack Bourgeois is in the house. Key City Beer out of Vicksburg. Again, their Mississippi Queen is their Blondale. It's fabulous. And then they have Mr. Sippy, which is their Pilsner. They've got other beers. We mentioned Mi Vida. He brought us 2 awesome Key City Mi Vida hats. And then they have Key City. Like I was at the Briar Patch on Saturday getting one of their famous cheeseburgers, and someone walked in and ordered a Key City Curse.
Nice.
Which is another fantastic.
It's just out there last weekend, too.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I dropped in there Saturday about 1.
Yeah.
I was starving. And, and I was sitting there thinking, I've got to have a cheeseburger. And it was perfect.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite cocktail bars. Probably my favorite cocktail bar in the whole state.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are amazing. We had a Livingston Flip and a campfire old fashioned. Delicious.
Oh, nice.
So good. Yeah, smoked old fashioned.
Smoked old fashioned. Yeah, you can't beat that. Brian and them know how to mix cocktails at the Briar Patch. And that cheeseburger and their flatbreads are insane. There was a couple beside me. Les Penn, who's a friend of the show. His in-laws were there. They know a good spot, local bar. They ordered the flatbread. And I was like,
so good.
I couldn't get out ordered. I had a cheeseburger, but I was looking over at their flatbread and I was like, damn, that looks good too. So, Key City has a restaurant, eatery, brewery, and roastery in Vicksburg on Washington Street. So if you're in Vicksburg, you want to stop by Key City and enjoy a beverage. And if they're open for lunch or dinner that day, you want to.
We're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 11.
Okay.
Monday through Thursday, we open up at 4 p.m.
We
do music on the roof Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or music on the patio. We're getting ready to reopen the roof as soon as the weather gets right. But I think the roof's open still Thursdays. This Thursday, I know they're doing a jam session, so it should be fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we do local musicians all get together. Vicksburg has a super, super talented music scene, and so they all get together and whip stuff up on the spot. We've had famous Grammy-nominated blues musician Freddie T has been up there.
Oh,
He
man.
brings his family up. It is
Is he
a
a
heck
cool
of a
cat?
time. Oh yeah, such a sweet guy. Yeah,
Can you get him on the show?
I could try. I
Okay.
could pull some strings, see what I can do.
Well, that's your. We're giving you a task.
All right.
Now, I give Jackson
I'll talk
tasks.
to our booker and see what I
Doesn't
can do for you.
And nothing happens for 6 months.
Right.
Let's try to get that done in like 4 to 6 weeks.
There you go.
All right, I can do that.
All right, cool.
I'll
You gotta
try.
tell me 6 months in advance when you want stuff done.
I mean, Wes comes in and we've got a refrigerator up here that's been broken for ever.
Ever.
And so it doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't keep anything cold. And we need to get it out. And Wes emptied it. And now he's going to get it out of here. I've been asking Jackson since last July.
Yep.
And
Slacking.
Nothing.
Jackson.
No, I mean, it's
nothing.
Just, no,
Nothing.
I wouldn't call it slack.
I get nothing, Jack Bourgeois from Key City Brewery.
If I was slacking, that means I would be putting effort there. And then, but there's just, can't slack.
Hey,
If your
dude.
baseline is
Cheers.
0, they can't get mad, right?
That's right.
That's, hey.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Hey, thanks for this cool. What? How would you describe this Key City glass that I'm drinking?
Just a stemmed glassware.
Okay.
I think for us at Key City, any of those high gravity beers, we're gonna put in a 12-ounce glass. It's a little easier to consume. Those high gravity 10%, 10.3.
Ooh.
Death is 9.5%. So you don't want to overdo it. So we prefer and we recommend that our bars and restaurants and all of our accounts serve them in a 12-ounce glass.
You know
Everyone serves Death in a 16-ounce glass, which gets a little scary. We've all learned our lesson on Death on Two Legs, being a double IPA that's extremely drinkable. But
double IPA.
yeah,
This is your Key City chalice.
yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Who
I'm
designed
gonna
that
load you up
logo?
with some other glassware here. In the
You
next,
said you're gonna bring us some in the next couple of
next trip
weeks.
over here, I'll bring some more
Okay.
stuff for
Who
you
did
guys.
that logo?
I don't know, who did that logo?
That is a good logo.
It's heat.
That's our good homie. Tyler has a
It's phenomenal.
design firm based out of San Diego, and he's the one who's done all of our core artwork. So
Okay.
all of the tarot card style stuff.
Okay.
He drilled
Somebody that Zach grew up with and is known for a
Really?
majority of his life, and was just able to kind of use that connection. And we love the aesthetic of our cans, and
Sure.
very very proud of
Should be.
the artwork.
Well, you should be. Your beer's fabulous. You guys are kicking tail. Key City Beer, drink local. You can find it at any number of places, including Taste Italian Kitchen, Burgers Blues Barbecue, B3, Martin's in Livingston, Fleetway Market, and the Market Cafes. There's 20 something of those in the state, and many, many other grocery stores, restaurants, and bars. McBee's. The list goes on and on. I didn't see it at Mudbugs, but we'll have to check that out. So
I think we have Mi Vida. Mi
Okay,
Vida and
cool.
Mississippi are typically there. Mississippi Queen.
all right, and Mudbugs will open tomorrow. So
Can't wait.
Jack Bourgeois is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. You actually you were part of.
I was a credentialed media member of the NFL and college football. Yeah, for
That's
a little
pretty
bit,
cool.
for a few years. Yeah, it took us. It took my company, I think, 11 months to get credentialed,
Yeah,
which is
really?
like impossible. As a credentialed media
I
member,
get
it
it.
is
We-
impossible. And
Good Lord.
Gruden pulled some strings for us and got us in real early. And I rode that wave out and moved out here working in football. And COVID happened, and then beer happened. So no complaints, happy accidents. But I love football, love beer.
And when you were credentialed NFL member of the media, were you living in Tampa Bay or were you out?
No, I was still living in California.
In California.
For tax reasons, I moved out
Smart.
to Utah
Ooh.
because it was about $60,000 cheaper to start a business outside of California. And so I did that, and then within traveling out to SEC territory, which was especially still is, but with the NIL deal, I think talent is getting spread out. So the reason why I moved here was to be surrounded by more talent. SEC territory is the place to be, more players to scout. Jackson, Mississippi is the most centrally located spot in all of football, believe it or not.
It really is.
So
Yeah, it
you
is.
can be to you can be to a in a day's drive or a few hour flight. You can be
Right.
to and the majority of the primary college football programs,
Right.
the big NFL teams. So it just kind of made sense to move out here after spending. I think I spent like $10,000 one year on travel, just coming out to a few games and. I would go to the Indianapolis or the Combine, which is
Right.
happening this week. Would go out to the Senior Bowl. I did Death Valley a few times. There's quite a few good games to go see, and getting to go for free, as a credential media member, it makes it a little easier.
Well, you're exactly right. Jackson is the most underrated college football market in the country. Yep. We saw that in 2003, but you're right. As things have matured, having Bama and LSU 2.5 hours away or less is huge. And then, of course, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, you can get to Vandy and Nashville in a heartbeat. Yeah, I mean, these are day drives like you were talking about.
Easy.
I mean,
Texas.
You can get to Georgia. You can get to Athens in a day. All that works out. You can get to Auburn in 5 hours. This all works for us. That's a great point. And I'm glad we brought it up before, but it's been a while. And I'm glad that you recognize that too. So Jackson said earlier that he likes the NFL Combine, which we thought was hilarious because we know he doesn't watch the NFL Combine. He had diarrhea of the mouth. He was just claiming
I like
all this nonsense.
Combine's great.
I love going. Then there's going to be a few guys that stand out this week that set themselves apart and earn themselves a few more millions of dollars. But
Brendan Thompson,
it's the underwear Olympics. It's not going to,
right.
Watching that compared to watching film is night and day difference. I think even there's been a few coaches and GMs that have actually pulled out this year that says they're not attending.
Saw that.
Liam Cohen was one of them, said he's not going to be there. And I kind of understand it. You don't necessarily need to.
You don't have to be there.
It's a media circus, but from my standpoint, it was some of the funnest weeks I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah. Running into drinking with, hanging out with like some of the biggest names in the NFL.
Who did you see?
Jason Light, obviously I got to meet him, which was our the Bucks GM. But I mean, I've had beers with anyone from Louis Riddick to John Elway, and Michael Irvin was probably the funnest person I have ever been around. The most intimidating person too.
Really?
Wow. His hands engulf your whole forearm. Yeah. But yeah, such a fun person to be around. Yeah, I mean, I can list a million different guys, but yeah, there's any bar, any restaurant you go into, you're gonna run into somebody that you see from ESPN. Jason Light was nice enough; he sent the entire Buccaneers coaching staff to one of our events.
Wow!
So we had what we called a scouts only event. We allowed no media members in, so basically bought dinner for a bunch of scouts that were there. And Jason from an invite in Mobile sent Bruce Arians, Chuck Pagano, Todd Bowles, you name it, like a who's who of coaches. And I got to buy them around. So it was my last year in the industry. It was kind of my going out party. Sweet. That would have been, that was 2020. So right before COVID happened, I moved here, threw my stuff in a storage unit, drove to Mobile, and then a few weeks later, drove up to Indy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it was a great time. So
who was your favorite guy that you met?
Man, Bruce Arians is so cool. He's so cool, calm, and collective. It's hard to not say Gruden. I know Gruden was kind of a bad name. I think that's kind of loosened up a little bit, but he was so good to us. He literally called the Texans. They called the Cincinnati Bengals to say that this company's with us. Sign them credential. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so we ended up having one of our photographers rode with them the entire year and went to every away game.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That is really sweet.
They rolled out the red carpet for us. Gruden said he'd hire me, but he liked what we were doing. And so it was kind of a cool thing, cool moment. And then I met him the very first year of us doing that. 3 or 4 years later, he was still picking me out of a crowd and,
man,
hey, Mr. hey, Bourgeois, how you doing?
That's tight.
So yeah, it's insane. It's insane how meticulous and how methodical their brains are that he can remember somebody's name from 4 years ago in a crowd of hundreds of media members. You could tell that's why they have those jobs.
Yeah.
I've always made this argument. I think the NFL or a head coaching job is the hardest job on the planet.
It's up there.
The president gets to golf a whole lot more than any other head coach does. They have more free time. They can dictate what they want. There's no off season for an NFL head coach. You have to be.
No.
Your tenure is what the average lifespan for a coach now is less than 2 years. So you're almost a job you're going to be guaranteed to get fired from.
Yeah.
It's different.
Jack Bourgeois, Key City Beer, Renaissance man. He's single. Also was credentialed NFL media member. He joins us on the Out of Bounds show. You can watch the show on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports. How did you meet Gruden?
The airport. It was his first year. It's actually a really good, cool story. So I was walking. I missed the check bag claim at Indianapolis. I was walking backwards to go do that, and just kind of put my hand on my heart and said, "Gruden, I'm rooting for you this year, man. Like, you want to, I didn't tell him, but I was like, yeah, you want, I'm a Bucks fan. Like,
right.
I'm rooting for you, man. You want us the Super Bowl." And he dropped all of his bags and made me stop so he could shake my hand and just say thank you.
Really?
And when I went and sat down at the bar, him and Reggie McKenzie came and sat right next to me.
Dope.
And he started asking me questions, what I'm doing here, all this stuff.
Shut up.
I went to the bathroom. Like, I was in a bathroom stall, and Gruden walks up to the stall next to me and goes, "You follow me, man?" You know, in his Gruden mannerisms. Like, and so we just kind of hit it off, and then we ended up being on the same plane.
Wow.
So we're flying back to San Francisco together. And he's in the very back row of economy, or back row of like first class. I'm in the front row of economy. So we're kind of like making eye contact and talking and kind of talking through the aisle and talking football. And we talked football for hours, and he's just super nice guy.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So at the end of it,
is this when he was doing Monday Night Football?
no, this was his very first year as the Raiders head coach.
As a Raiders, got
As
it.
the second stint.
All right,
Yeah.
second stint. Yeah. Did you see when he ran into Elvis Graybock on the street?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it was because they film him everywhere he goes now,
Yeah.
or video him.
Got to.
And he runs into Graybock, and then they do a little hit.
Gerbach. Oh, yeah. Gerbach. Yeah. I know. Okay.
Gerbach.
Gerbach.
And it was awesome. I mean, them reuniting.
That's tight.
It was really cool. So he's a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he took care of
He's a man
complete
of the
stran-
people.
He took care of a complete stranger, and he had no reason to do that.
That's
Like,
Wow.
and yeah. And then again, the walking up behind me years later in Mobile and putting his arm around me, he's like, "Hey, Mr. Bourgeois, how's
That's
Blitzalytics
cool.
doing?" All these things, like, he noticed me he recognized me from the back of my head,
Really
or like
cool.
a side profile. And so to know that, like, I work, we've got almost 800 accounts statewide, and for me to try and remember names is impossible.
Right.
So, I am pretty dumb compared to an NFL head coach or an NFL GM. The way that they're just, that brain never stops working. The hamster wheel is always spinning.
Man.
It's
I wish
great.
there was a Wonderlic test for the GMs.
Oh, I
and
know.
them.
Yeah, it
Like,
would be a good one.
It'd be tight to see.
John Gruden, is he going to get another job?
He's making too much money.
He's making a lot of. He's already made
Yeah.
a ton of money. So
Why would
Eventually. I think that man loves football so much and loves coaching. There's no way you can keep him out of it for that long. I wonder if they're going to wait until the
Settlement?
NFL settlement
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Once that happens, I think he'll be welcomed back in the
Right.
NFL. with open
think
arms.
that-
not by Goodell, but
No.
right.
But
Right.
they don't have a show calls or nothing like that. They can't do that in the NFL, right? I
No.
guess they can suspend you technically, but they're not going to do that.
We already lost his job, so
That's right.
and now they're going through the courts. We'll
Right.
see. The judge did rule that Goodell has to testify.
Yeah.
So
all right.
we'll see how.
Damn.
nice.
I mean, we'll see how that plays out. I haven't
Kill him.
covered it or followed it. Maybe, I haven't read every article on it.
Wait, that means whoever's questioning him can get a lot of stuff on the record they want on the record.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, I'd be throwing some wild questions out
I
there.
hope it's televised.
I'd probably ask him if I'd ask him about the Saints no call. I'd want to know where the flag was and who, why did that happen? I guess my first
Still?
question. Yeah.
Still?
What do you mean still? It's forever.
Still?
Forever. Yeah.
he's still crying.
yeah.
Somebody's still bitter.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
ring.
y'all.
Saints tears are almost as good as Canada tears right now. Almost.
Oh,
Almost.
Nowhere near it.
so
Almost.
we need to let everybody know you're single.
I am.
All
I am
right.
single.
So if there's any single ladies out there, the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line is 601-885-3776. You can see Jack Bourgeois on the cameras. You can watch him. You can go to YouTube and search Out of Bounds Sports. So there you go. Southern women are wonderful and beautiful. And you've got Jack Bourgeois here. I mean,
That Cali.
yeah.
Well, he and I,
Cali boy.
he and I need to go out and hang out one night.
Let's
There
do
you
it.
go.
Okay.
Pick the night.
The Cali boy.
So I don't know if Wes could hang with Bourgeois.
I don't know if Bourgeois can hang with Wes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got faith.
So Wes is single too.
yeah.
Jack Bourgeois is single. Jackson's, he's not single.
No, just no.
And of course, I've been married for 26 or 27 years. So,
Congrats.
yeah. So there we go. All right. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Hey, this Key City Mississippi Pilsner is fantastic.
So drinkable, right?
I know.
Drinkable, crushable. We call it your honey to do beer, your mow your lawn beer, the perfect outside beer. It's not going to hurt you. Low ABV, 4.5%. But yeah, extremely crushable is the way we you can throw it back and
Love
crush
that.
the can. Easy drinking. One of we're most proud of that beer.
Really?
It's perfect.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's perfect.
Delicious.
Mississippi Queen, I think, is one of the top sellers in the entire state. Mississippi pales in comparison to that, but yeah, we're most proud of that one.
But those are two super drinkable beers, Mississippi Queen from Key City and Mr. Sippy from Key City, both out of Vicksburg. One's a Pilsner, Mr. Sippy, and one's a blonde ale and Mississippi Queen. And then we got the Mi Vida over on tap. This the Mexican cerveza. All right. Where do we want to go from here? We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Crawfish season. Have you had any yet?
Oh, I have not. I'm itching.
Are you a
itching
crawfish
for
guy?
it, man?
You're a crawfish person.
Oh, big time.
Were you a crawfish person prior to coming down south?
Yes. So
Okay.
I actually was one of the only people in all of California that was eating crawdads.
Really?
And yeah, we used to as a kid, I had a net.
Shut up.
Yeah, and would throw it out in our backyard. We had a
That's
stream in our backyard, and we catch like 6-inch crawdads.
Yeah.
I mean, huge. It's what we call them there. But yeah.
That's cool.
Do you like crawfish, crab legs, or boiled shrimp? Which one?
Come on.
I think crawfish.
Okay.
Wow.
I think crawfish, to be honest.
You like the potatoes?
I mean,
and the corn?
yeah,
and
the mushrooms are the best part.
The mushrooms
are the
that-
best part. Has the most spice.
Mushrooms from
Yeah.
mud bugs are incredible. But I did have 2 pieces of corn on Sunday from mud bugs.
Corn's great.
They
Yeah.
were great.
I'm itching to get me a platter. I think we'll be doing
y'all do one.
We'll be doing one soon. Not at Key City, but the family and I will be doing one soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Are you going to? Oh, we're going to drink beer for a minute, and then
Yeah.
you're going to go out and see the people, and
We'll go drink some beer with Greg over at Barley's.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm gonna go do.
We need. What's Greg doing? Why is Barley's not on the show?
Yeah.
I mean, what's happening here? I don't. That we got to make that happen by Friday.
We'll address that.
Greg, you're on the clock, just like the NFL draft.
That's right.
You got till Friday. All right. Barley's on the Out of Bounds Show in Gluckstadt. Great spot.
Key City's #1 seller by
Is it?
a
That's
country mile.
High five, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Key City bestseller at Barley's.
Yeah, I think he's approaching like 2,000 CEs for us, like cases of beer. That's what he sold in the 3.5 years of us being in the market.
Barley's in Gluckstadt. Go get your Key City beer at Barley's in Gluckstadt. Jack Bourgeois is a single man. Ladies, the text line is 601-885-3776. This man is on Instagram. I know that's where all of y'all hit on each other. And thanks for listening to the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. And enjoy some cheeseburgers or wings from Martin's and Livingston and a Key City beer. See you tomorrow.